What is going on, guys? It is Lely206 here, and this is my experience so far on the PES 2014 online beta. I've got one code that I'm going to tweet out on the 10th of October, 7 PM UK time. So first one to get to that code and redeem it through the PlayStation Store will get to join in on this beta. Before I share my experience, I just want to quickly show you what settings we've got available. We've got 11 versus 11, we've got 11 versus computer. Legend player isn't available because they don't allow us to create any players on the beta. If any player is switched on, then it allows you to take control of all the players that haven't been picked by other people. It also allows you to limit the capacity to 4 or 8. So if you want to have a 2 versus 2 or 4 versus 4, then you can limit the capacity. So moving on to my experience so far, and starting off from the very beginning of a match where you actually pick your player, it wasn't a very good start. It must have took at least 10-15 minutes to move on from that loading screen. The only way we knew the game hadn't frozen was the fact that the in-game chat was still working. It started off with 15 people, but then one person either lost connection to the server or he disconnected just because he couldn't be bothered with the lag. But as soon as he left, it did get the slightest bit better, not much but slightly better. And look at this for good anticipation. I knew this guy was never going to pass. I stayed in a good position just in case he decided to pass. I could have a good pop at goal, but I was always ready to respond to that rebound from the keeper just because I knew that guy was going to be greedy. Well, he had a right to shoot from there, to be honest, but I was always in a better position. So that's good anticipation. I kept the player alive. Here you'll actually see that I was focusing on the player. But once you click select, it does this here. It just focuses over the ball. You don't actually have to wait for the ball to go out of play to do that. I just remembered to change it at that time. There was another PES YouTuber playing at the same time, which was Mr. Marcus. He's the one player that's playing as any, and he had a really good game. And there was one other player who caught my eye who had a really good game, which was PES Mad. He had a really good game as well. And then there was obviously me, which I was never going to let the team down. That moment there where I actually ran away from the ball, that was, I thought I had control of the ball, but then when I tried to turn, it actually happened like a second later, or you know, it just felt really laggy there as well, so it just didn't exactly feel right. There's moments in the match where it felt fine, and you know, for like a good 20 seconds it felt fine, but then for the next 40 seconds it would just feel really laggy. It'd either look laggy or it'd feel laggy, so there'd be button delay for like 30 seconds, then it will actually be fine, and then it'll just be like on screen lag, and then for like 20 seconds it run perfectly smooth. So you know it's there, it can actually pull it off. And look at that for a through ball. It's easy through ball. I actually thought this guy was offside at the time, and look at that, as soon as he leaves it looks like it's going to run a lot smoother, but then this guy's just about to touch the ball again, and then he gives it the death touch. So at the moment, because there was a lot of people on this server, I think it's going to be really laggy. But I played a few matches after this, and I played a few 2v2s, 3v3s and stuff like that. It ran, I won't say smooth, but it ran like 1v1 did, which wasn't exactly great like that. But we know if 1v1 gets improved, that should mean 2v2, 3v3 should improve as well. It's what online betas are there for. It allows them to collect that information they need to know and then work on their weaknesses from there. Now if you're thinking why didn't they release a beta like most companies do and release it before the game is actually released and then work on the online servers so it's up and running for release date, I think that Konami probably didn't have a good enough build to take online till about mid-August, early September. And I think it was important for them not to rush out a beta, because had they sent one that had a lot of gameplay issues rather than online issues, which to be fair betas do normally help with the online side as well, sorry, the gameplay side as well, it helps you fix out them early issues that you find there as well. But the main focus for Konami was probably online services, and had they released an early build they'd have got a lot of like information which they were probably already fixing when it comes to gameplay issues anyway. So it's important that they got a good enough build to take online, so hence why they couldn't release one early enough. Even all the preparation in the world won't guarantee success. Look at Rockstar with GTA 5, they must have been prepared to fuck with that. They knew that game was going to get millions of people online at one point, but sometimes the servers, even though you think you're well prepared, just won't handle it, and Konami are nowhere near the level of Rockstar. Rockstar, that was the most expensive game that has ever been made. I think you could make the next like 5 or 6 Pro Evos with just GTA's 5 budget alone. Now if Rockstar couldn't get that going perfectly from day one, and even then what, we're going like 10 days into when they said that it's actually going to be released, like you know, the online's going to be released, and even then it's still not running smoothly. You know Konami are not going to get it nailed on first time, so you know you got to put it into perspective as well. Now before I go, I just want to quickly tell you guys that I will keep you up to date on how this online beta is going. If you're actually looking to play 11 vs 11 a lot once the game is out, I suggest you follow me on Twitter, because I'll be randomly tweeting out, you know, whoever wants to play a game of 11 vs 11, I'll be ready in like 10 minutes, and then I'll fill up a lobby, and then, you know, we can just get going from there. If it, you know, becomes big, I'll, you know, sort out competitions and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the 11 versus 11 mode once they get it right. If you guys want to, you know, sit back and enjoy the rest of this video, I hope you do. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe, and let me know what you guys are actually thinking of the 11 versus 11 mode in the comment section. And thanks for watching, guys.